Hey, this is a little lesson on some of the rhythm patterns in this song, My Church, by Maren Morris. And kind of like a video I've done before talking about rhythm, just to reiterate, the most important thing in rhythm is that your hand is always in motion. Always think of your strumming hand as the pendulum on a clock that's keeping time. So in this song, the rhythm pattern, there's a lot of dead time sometimes in between when they're hitting the strings and when they're just kind of just keeping time. And so I want to go over I'll play the pattern first, and it goes like this. So if you're counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay, so I'm just playing a G chord, and I'm actually playing it with my last 3 fingers. And the reason for that is because when you go to a C chord, that makes for an easy transition from G. It's a lot easier than doing this or here. So I think that's probably the best option as far as fingering goes. It's always good to kind of stretch yourself outside of what you're used to. If you're used to playing G and C2 all the time, just try to learn a different way to play one of those chords. It'll open up some possibilities for you. So if I'm counting the strum pattern out, and I'm going to hit the strings when you're supposed to strum, but I'm going to mute with this hand. So if I'm counting like 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 2. So you see, like in between when I'm hitting the strings, I'm still keeping a little bit of rhythm right here, because that's just me keeping time. I would stress against, like, you just get off, and it's impossible to keep good time if you don't keep your rhythm hand moving. Another thing is, try to get to where you can practice at a comfortable tempo, like 1, 2, 3, and then just creep it up a little bit at a time. So 1, 2, 3, and so one thing that happens is sometimes you change chords in the middle of a pattern. So it starts out just G, so right there, see, it went from C to G right in one measure. I'm counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So halfway through the measure, you're switching chords. That happens quite a bit in this song. So you got to pay attention to, you may have a long strum pattern that's 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a, but you may switch halfway through 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4, like that. So that's kind of the rhythm, and I'll just play through the intro and just kind of give you a feeling as to what all that's going to sound like together. And there's tons of chord charts out there about this song on Ultimate Guitar, and they're pretty accurate. So because of how simple it is. So here we go. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the basics of the rhythm. I mean, the chords change. Again, I may put a link to one of the chord charts that I use. My thought is, if someone's got a chord chart out there that's good, there's no sense in me reinventing the wheel. So there's a lot of people out there that make good charts. There's a lot of people out there that make really inaccurate charts. So you have to kind of beware. So hope that helps. And if you have any questions, leave a question in the comments. If you have a request, some song that you want me to work on or kind of expound on, then also leave that in the comments. Hope you have a good day. Thanks.